When people now ask me if I like football, I say yes, I do like football, but not Burnley. Burnley can fuck off.
Yet another win. Out on the road. Another clean sheet. Yet another 90 minutes where we don't concede a shot on target. It's got to a point where I've actually forgotten what conceding feels like, because that is 7 clean sheets in a row, 9 wins in a row in all competitions, I believe. Not in the Premier League, but 9 wins in a row, 7 clean sheets in a row, top of the league. 7 points, I believe, ahead of Liverpool. It's 7 points ahead of Man City, isn't it? I don't know how many points we are ahead of Liverpool. You might have to correct me in the comment section. But what matters is the 3 points and the fact we are still top of the league for another weekend. And yeah, today, after what was an excellent first half, we should have been at least 3 or 4-0 up. Second half, however, was a little bit scrappy, to say the least, but we still managed to get over the line. We brought on like 6 defenders in the last 3 minutes to see up this bloody clean sheet. I mean, these players, these defenders in fact, you don't know how desperate they are. Every single game, we are desperate for that clean sheet. We can be 3-0, 4-0, 5-0 up. And you could see every defender sprinting every millimetre to make sure we get that clean sheet. I mean, it's mental. And today, as I said, despite the scrappy second half, and Burnley actually had a couple of half chances here and there, nothing major. They hit the post for a free kick in the last minute, which, you know, the game was done already. And then they had an opportunity with the header. But apart from that, again, they went through the whole game, Burnley, without registering a single shot. 71 minutes it took, by the way, for Burnley to have a shot. And to be honest, it wasn't really a shot, was it? It was a header. So, I mean, it's just a testament to how good our defence really is. It is ridiculous. You look at the goalkeeper, I mean, you might as well throw in Tommy Setford in a couple of these games, to be honest with you, because Raya, it could be sat at home with a newspaper and we still wouldn't concede. You look at Timber as the right back, our player of the season so far. Saliba, who I was expecting to start today, he, again, solid, didn't put a foot wrong. Gabriel got the assist. I mean, Calafiori as well. I mean, I don't know if this stat is true, but I think our back four has 10 GA this season, as well as conceding only 3 goals. I mean, it's kind of crazy when you deep it. I mean, the midfield as well, like, Zubimendi had a very good game in there. Declan Rice. Oh my days. Despite it being a second half of no real intensity, Declan Rice covering every blade of grass. And he just does what Declan Rice does best. What a performance that was from him. Obviously, he whipped in the corner for the first goal, and then he scored. Fantastic header for the second goal. He is one of the best midfielders, if not the best midfielder in the Premier League. I've not seen a player like it who can play as the 6, but can also play as the 8. And he's arguably the best in the league in both of the positions. Well, one of the best at least. I still don't really like him in the 8 role, but I'm loving this double pivot between him and Zubimendi. I just think it benefits him so well, because he can exchange with Zubimendi. One stays, one goes. And I'm loving it so far. And what was, I would say, a slow start, like it was last season for Declan Rice, he's coming into his own, like he does pretty much every season, and scored yet another goal. I think that's his first goal of the season, if I'm not mistaken. So fantastic performance from Deckers today. You got Eze, who I thought played really well today. he was actually roaming a lot more than we have seen in that number 10 role. And I saw a lot of sparks from Eze in particular, and yeah, it was a decent performance from him. Saka didn't really have his best game, to be honest. I think it's been a couple of games where Saka's been off the pace. Crystal Palace, he got marked out of the game, and then today he probably should have scored on 2 occasions. One where Gyökeres should have, well, he did slip him through, but what I'm trying to say is Saka should have scored to put us 2-0 up at the time. And then there was another opportunity where Gyökeres again slipped him through, and yeah, it was a decent save that time, to be fair. But again, a player of Saka's quality, like, he should be scoring from there. And then you've got Trossard, who I actually thought he had a decent game, to be honest with you. Again, he still does take too many touches, but yeah, he's sort of justifying his starting place at the moment. I think he's been playing quite well, and I think today he picked up an assist. Good cross, but again, it was made by Viktor Gyökeres. Today, he was excellent in that first half. I was gutted that he got taken off at half-time. And I think you can tell how important Viktor Gyökeres is to this Arsenal team. Because when Mourinho came on, I felt like we turned into the 24-25 Arsenal, where there was just no intensity. And you could tell Burnley actually could play out from the back a lot more than they did in the first half when Gyökeres was on the pitch. But when he wasn't, they actually pushed like 10 yards up the pitch because they didn't have that focal point up front that we have to sort of focus on, because he was causing them all sorts of problems in that first half. He's saying, oh, it's only Burnley. It's only, a tap in from a corner. Yeah, no one cares. No one cares. Like, give me at least 37 of them tap-ins if it leads us to a fucking league title, that's for sure. So, yeah, Gyökeres was absolutely excellent. But he's not aesthetically pleasing to watch. Yeah, whatever. I mean, a job as a striker is to score goals, and he's there at the right place at the right time. Striker's instinct. We will take it. We've seen Haaland score plenty of them. I'm joking, by the way, Man City fans, so don't get insecure in the comment section, but you get what I'm saying. We've seen Haaland score many of them tap-ins, so, like, who cares? If it leads us to a Premier League title, no one's going to bother. Unless the ball's in the back of the net. And, of course, it's from a set piece as well. Gabriel, I didn't know at the time whether it was a flick on or if it came off the defender, but it turns out it was a Gabriel assist. And I think he's got, 20 GA as a centre-back, which, again, is just fucking ridiculous. But, yeah, Gyökeres was absolutely phenomenal. And I think that rest midweek against Brighton did him good, because you can tell he's been playing a lot of minutes, and yeah, he looked knackered against Crystal Palace, it's fair to say, last week. But today, hopefully the injury's nothing serious. I think it's something to do with concussion, I'm not sure. But yeah, let's just hope that's not serious, because he's the only fit striker we've got at the moment. And he's very important to this team. Like, to all of those who were saying, oh, well, we should play Mourinho ahead of Gyökeres. Just fuck off. But listen, the substitutes came on. As I said, we brought on Hincapié, Lewis Skelly. Norgard obviously came on to see out the game. But I believe we had on the pitch Timber, Saliba, Gabriel, Lewis Skelly, Hincapié. So, in fact, no, we didn't have 6 defenders. We had 5, but if you want to count Norgard, then, yeah, it's technically 6. I mean, do you know how mental that is? Do you know how desperate, again, Arteta is for these clean sheets? I mean, this shit ain't normal, you know. Really isn't. But, again, we'll take the win. It may not have been a battering like we all would have hoped for, but it's still a win. And we've got to be ticking them wins off, game by game. And come December, and if we are, I would say 8-9 points ahead of likes of Liverpool, Man City, whoever, then we've probably got a free run at this league title. We really do. And you could class us as favourites. It's got to be our year, surely. But again, I'll keep quiet for that on that one. We will, of course, as I said, keep it game by game. And we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. We'll see where this leaves us. But on that bombshell, let me know what you guys make of the game in the comment section down below. I believe, again, Liverpool are playing, so I want to be watching that game. Hopefully Liverpool drop points yet again, which, if they do, it'll be just hilarious. We'll find out, innit? But subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I'm on the road to 2K, and I'll catch you in the next one in a bit.